All right, it's Homework Help Week 5, Day 2. And in this first one, we have to find the area of this compound figure. Now, this one's pretty tricky because there's a lot going on in it. So I'm actually going to decompose it into 3 different shapes. So I'm going to start with right here, so I have a triangle. And here, so I have 2 rectangles. I'll shade them in so you can see them a little bit better. So I have a triangle in pink, a rectangle 1 in light blue, and rectangle 3 in yellow. All right, so they are my 3 shapes, and I'm going to start with the triangle. So let's find the area of the triangle. And remember, triangle is half times base times height for the area. So we need half times the base times the height. Now, this is pretty tricky. So first off, the base and the height I will highlight in green. The base is right here and the height is here, and we have to figure out both. So let's start with the height. Okay, you ready? See this 22? That means this whole height is 22. But we only need this little part. So we got to take away this part and this part from 22. So this part here is 7, because you see that 7 there. So 22 minus 7 is 15. But then we have to take away this part, which is 8. 15 minus 8 is 7. So my height should be 7. Now I'm going to check that out. Let's add them up, the 3 numbers, and make sure they add up to 22. Ready? 7 plus 7 is 14 plus 8 is 22. All right, now for the base. So the base is this bottom of the triangle here. So we need that, but we're not given that, and we're not given it here either. So we have to find it from this rectangle. So this tan rectangle is 18. So that means the top of this tan rectangle is 18. But we only need from here to here. So we've got to take away this 4 and this 4 from 18. I know those 2 4s together are 8. Take away 8 from 18 and you're left with 10. So that means the base is 10. And half times 10 times 7, well, I know half of 10 is 5 times 7 is 35. So the area of the triangle is 35. Now let's go on to the light blue rectangle. So I'll call that rectangle 1. And that's just length times width. So let me get my arrow ready. So we already know this is 7. Remember right here? And we know this is 10 because we figured it out for the triangle. So 7 times 10 is 70. That means, oh, you can't see that. This is 70. Now we go down to the tan rectangle. And the tan rectangle, luckily for us, or that yellowish rectangle, luckily for us, we'll call that rectangle 2, they give us both dimensions for it. So take a look here. We have 8 and we have 18. So all we need to do is, oops, I need my pencil, 8 times 18. And 8 times 18 is 144. So we have our 3 areas that we need to add up. So if I add those up, they add up to 249 square centimeters. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a tricky problem. So let's go down to this one below. It says, plot the following points to create a rectangle. Find the missing vertex. So let's start by plotting these 3 points. So let me get my pen ready. I'm going to start with 1, 5, over 1, up 5. Negative 1, positive 5. And negative 1, negative 5. So to make a rectangle, that wasn't a very nice line. To make a rectangle, we would need to go down here and here. So that means our missing point has to be right there. So what are the coordinates? Well, you go over 1 and down to the negative 5. So the answer to this one is 1, negative 5. That's our missing coordinate, or vertex. All right, that's it for this homework help. That took a little bit longer because of 2 tricky problems. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, make sure you ask me in class.